Hi everyone. Hello. It's common for psychological abusers to create a smear campaign in an attempt to scapegoat the target. A toxic person will spin a survivor's words and actions while manipulating the entire situation to isolate the victim from other people. In my situation, the covert narcissist, it was he and she two working together. They would play as a victim. They will turn people against me, twist the conversation, put confusion, turning people against each other. They would turn everyone against each other, twisting conversations, confusion, manipulation. My pimp, who was trafficking me, a covert narcissist. In this way, he is a covert narcissist also, right? Usually pimps are pedophiles and covert narcissists. Pedophiles are covert narcissists, and pimps, they are all working together. This is all like a triangulation of crime. Crime. It's attaching the dots, connecting the dots and going back, connecting the dot and going back, connecting the dot. So the pimp who was raping and tormenting me behind closed doors, in this way he turned people against me so he can isolate me and traumatize me behind closed doors so nobody would come and rescue me. He would turn people against each other, and at the same time he and she working together, turning people against me, turning people against each other by twisting conversations. They are pathological liars, Ani and Harut. They know exactly whom I'm talking about. I'm talking about Ani and Harut. Twisting conversations, gaslighting, smear campaign, using other people against me while spreading lies. There are so many hands are involved. They will turn people against me, my loved ones, my great relationships with my cousins and family members, the good family members that I had great relationships with, my loved ones, my friends, neighbors, family members. They even did the same thing with my own child, with my daughter. And they spread lies about me. And my pimp, he would say, I'm not necessarily going out there and spread lies about you. They will not hear it from me. They will hear it from the third person. And he would bribe people, criminals. He would bribe prostitutes, because he's a pimp, right? He's working with criminals, pimps, pedophiles, rapists, prostitutes, Anya Rakelian, all of this. She's her. That's her. She's a prostitute, pedophile, criminal, pimp, rapist, terrorist, criminal. He would say, people will not hear this from me. People will hear from other people. And he would bribe people. He turned people against me. And the people that he turned against me, he's using the same people to spread lies about me. How he turned people against me? He would give people some money, like for example my grandparents. I wasn't allowed to send my grandparents money because he was trafficking me, and he wouldn't let me to give my grandparents money, but he would give it instead. Once a year or twice a year he would send some little money that was big for my grandparents, $100 or $200. It's a big deal once a year, right? He would give that money, but he would tell my grandparents that he wants to help them all the time, but I am not letting him to help them. And he would do the same thing with other people. He would help people. Everything with the covert narcissist comes with an agenda. He would use these things just because he wants to manipulate people and turn people against the victim. So he would help people. He would do things for people, like for one guy, he kept his big table in his place, telling this guy he wants to help him. And then he told this guy that I don't want him to help this guy. And he turned this guy against me, telling him, guess what? My wife, he would call people that I'm his wife. He was legally married to me. My pimp was legally married to me. He told this guy that I'm against him keeping the table in his house, because this guy as I understood, he doesn't have enough storage in his house, so he was keeping that big, huge table in his place. So he would turn in this way. This is an example that happened, and I found out he would tell this guy that I don't like them. I don't want. I don't want. He was helping people just to turn bribe. This is a bribe. There are so many different ways of bribe. He would just directly give the money to other prostitutes to gang stalk me, harass me, attack me, abuse me, or he would use other tactics in a way of bribing. Like he would help you. It comes with an agenda. Every help with a narcissist comes with an agenda, okay? He doesn't want to help you. He will never help. He was stealing. He's trafficking me and my child. He was trafficking me. He was doing all sorts of crime. Accident fraud, car accident fraud, insurance fraud, tax fraud, government fraud. He came America by fraud. Everything he does is a fraud, this pimp, and he's a psychopath. If you hear about his childhood, about his mother, how she neglected him, and the trauma that he actually, it's not the trauma, I had a trauma too, but I didn't develop narcissism. Actually, I'm an empath, and I know that I'm empath. I'm a chosen one, and I know that I am. Since my childhood, I was empathetic, kind, and loving. Until today, I still love my enemies, the people who tormented me, and I still love them. I wish I can give them a hug and the keys. But so my pimp, he had the trauma, but the genes, demonic genes, he inherited from his mom these psychopathic tactics. Psychopath. He inherited psychopathic, demonic, all these demons from his mom, and it's generational, comes from generation. And in his household, they always fight each other. They torment each other, and if there is somebody else they can find. Look, in this family, they always fight. Behind closed doors, they fight each other. Sisters and brothers fighting. But for outsiders, they seem as the most beautiful family. They show off to the outside, the world, that look at us, we are a good family, we loving. But inside, they fight each other. And since I was the victim, I was a sex slave. My pimp they would attack me mostly because I'm not one of their family. I'm a stranger, so they're gonna attack me more. If they attack family members, they are gonna attack the stranger even more. I am their sex slave, and I am kept as a hostage, as a slave, as a sex slave, to do what they want me to do. Cooking, cleaning, being raped, tormenting my child. They torment me, they torment my daughter all the time. And it was abuse, sexual, physical, verbal, mental, psychological, sexual, horrible abuse going on by the pimp and him, his family members. Everybody was abusing me because they knew I don't have anybody to be rescued by, and they used to turn people against me. And my pimp, he would say, well, I will, he's a pathological liar. He said, and it started from the first day. Of course, he bought me for human trafficking. He's my pimp. He was trafficking me. So in this way, how to isolate me? He has to turn people against me. And how to turn people against me? Using one person to go spread lies about me to this person, that person, and spreading lies. And it happened for 24, 25 years. It didn't happen in one night. It didn't happen in 1 week. It happened for 24 years, spreading lies and turning everybody against me. And the people that he turns against me, using the same people to spread lies about me. So how he bribes people and how he controls people, he pretends as if he's helping them. So he tells this guy about the table. He said, see, my wife, he's calling them my wife. My wife, she doesn't want me to help you. She doesn't want me to keep your table in my house. See, she's evil, she's wicked. And he would cry, he would victimize, he would victimize himself. He would pretend he was the victim. My pimp is always the victim. He plays good as a victim. He plays good as a victim. So in this way, he cries to people, even innocent people who have no idea. They would feel so bad for him. Some people, oh, poor Harut, so poor. They will feel bad for him. They will cry with him, and he will tell, she's an evil woman. She's a bitch. She's cheating on me. She's this, and all the lies. And he wouldn't tell, hey, guess what? I'm trafficking her, this innocent child, and he's 28 years older than me, my pimp, and very horrible, looks scary criminal. And he would traffic me with scary people. And in my older other videos I have posted about how he traffics me, my other YouTube channel also. Now I have two YouTube channels. One is for, I will try to make it for encouragement as much as possible, information, just and the other is sharing my story, how I was being trafficked. So he would give my grandparents some money, and he would tell them, she doesn't want to give you money, I am helping you. If she let me, I will give you more money. And look how much lie he spreads. And he would take me, and he would take me to places, and he would give people money and turn people against me. He would buy prostitutes, these prostitutes, very expensive gifts to these prostitutes, and to some of my family members he would bribe them with gifts and money, and telling them, see, she doesn't let me to give you money, she didn't let me to give you money, see, she's so evil. And she would blame me, she would cry against me, I want to help, but she won't let me give. Guess what, people, I never had money. He just bought me, lease a car, not for me, it was his car under his name. He leased a car, and he told me to drive. He took pictures. He said, see, I'm taking care of her so well. And in this way, he was using this car to manipulate people. But he was trafficking me and my daughter also. He was raping us, tormenting us, sodomizing our daughter. And psychopathic, covert, narcissistic abuse by him and by his family members. This is the whole family are involved in this. So how he turned people against me? By giving them very expensive gifts, money, doing things for them, but behind closed doors he was tormenting his own child. And he's using this in order to control people. This is a way of control and gaining power, authority. In order to control people, he does things. Everything the narcissist does, it comes with an agenda. Okay, everything the narcissist does, it comes with an agenda. So they use this in order to get the control. And he also pretends as if he's the rescuer. He's rescuing Natalie from me. He's rescuing him and his niece Ani Arakelian, a covert narcissist, Jezebelic cult leader. She is pretending as if she's the rescuer, she's the savior, she's the healer, she's Jesus Christ. She wants to save people from me, she wants to rescue people from me, she's protecting them. But actually she turns people against each other. This is a manipulation. It's a brainwashing, control, triangulation, using people against each other, twisting conversations, twisting the situation, pathological lies. Everything about these people is lying and cheating and stealing and killing and destroying and all these things. So in this way, they turn all the innocent people against each other. People don't know what's going on. They see Annie as a Christian coach. Wait, I will be back.